Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First, John Bolton surrendered to federal authorities after being indicted on 18 counts alleging he mishandled classified information, which included sharing it with family members. Nothing says dad's losing it like sending your daughter the Iran strike plan instead of a birthday card. Then, Hakeem Jeffries publicly attacked Caroline Leavitt, calling her sick and demented during a heated press conference. Jeffries sounds like the guy who can't admit he's been doom-scrolling Caroline's Instagram. Next, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker reported a $1.4 million blackjack win in Las Vegas on his tax filings, which he says was incredible luck. Yeah. Nothing says man of the people like a billionaire casually winning more than most teachers make in 30 years, then stammering through an explanation like a teenager caught with his dad's credit card at a strip club. And finally, former CNN host Don Lemon advised Black and brown Americans to go get guns before ICE agents came knocking at their door. Because the first rule of the left is always panic responsibly with firearms. And then we go to the comment section on this segment we did about Nancy Pelosi draining the swamp. We're actually going to show the video where Pelosi said that she was expecting the Capitol riots to happen, where she basically said she's been waiting for this. So we're going to look at that. Okay, let's dive in. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton surrendered to authorities on Friday after a federal grand jury indicted him on 18 counts of allegedly mishandling classified information. Prosecutors say that they'll be issuing a separate indictment for his mustache. The indictment alleges that Bolton used a personal AOL email account to send classified materials to unauthorized recipients and shared more than 1,000 pages of detailed notes with his wife and daughter. And he did that on AOL? I mean, not only did he mishandle secrets, he time traveled to 1998 to do it. The indictment states, from on or about April 9, 2018 through on or about September 15, 2019, on a regular basis, Bolton sent diary-like entries to his wife and daughter containing information classified up to the top secret level. Imagine checking your phone and saying, "Honey, don't forget the milk. Also, troop movements in Syria." Somewhere there's an FBI agent who had to read through Bolton's family group chat for a year and a half. Halfway through, he started rooting for Iran. During a press conference, Hakeem Jeffries had a meltdown over Caroline Leavitt and called her sick and demented. You can tell Democrats are panicking when their leaders start sounding like angry Yelp reviews.
And then you got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick, she's out of control. And I'm not sure whether she's just demented, ignorant, a stone cold liar, or all of the above.
Somebody get Hakeem a fainting couch and some smelling salts. He hasn't been this emotional since his mom stopped letting him watch Gilmore Girls. Billionaire Governor J.B. Pritzker won $1.4 million from playing blackjack in Vegas, according to tax filings released by his campaign. The odds of winning that much at blackjack? About the same as Chicago going a weekend without a carjacking. Here's his explanation.
I obviously, and I've explained this, or at least we did in a statement, that I went on vacation with my wife, with some friends. I was incredibly lucky. You have to be to end up ahead, frankly, going to a casino anywhere. It was in Las Vegas, and I like to play cards.
That explanation had all the smooth confidence of a husband describing how his secretary's bra ended up in his briefcase. Don Lemon is telling Black and brown citizens to carry guns in case ICE shows up. You think I'm kidding? Here it is.
Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and get a gun legally, get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away.
Nothing says I'm innocent quite like answering the door locked and loaded. I'm sure that'll de-escalate things beautifully. Next time on The Don Lemon Show, how to make Molotov cocktails safely. And now onto the comment section. So the first segment we're looking at is where Gavin Newsom, he vetoed the bill for fire prevention. Because why would California need fire prevention? Name one time where they've had a bad fire. Okay, so anyway, on that particular segment, we had this from Douglas Trother, 6584. Never forget the great job Karen Bass and her gang did during January's fires in LA. As of October 2025, the burned areas still look like Berlin 1945. She and Newsom should be classified as accelerants. I'm laughing at the accelerants part, not about the fire. The fire is terrible. I think calling them accelerants was funny. Okay, and then we had this comment. During the segment, we talked about how that California was spending about $250 million on Prop 50 to try to get that passed. So we had this comment from DKSC4GN. The last estimate is closer to $300 million, not $250 million. So I thought, let's get a quick read on where the current estimate is on how much money is being spent on this thing. So this is from the San Francisco Standard. I don't subscribe. So here's this article that does give us a number. But look at this guy's headline. The case against Prop 50 and why I'm voting for it anyway. And the subtitle, Governor Gavin Newsom's gerrymandering effort is an abomination. But it illustrates just how dire the situation in this country has become. Is that the classic progressive leftist thing to do? Fear-mongering, freak people out to justify doing anything. Just, garbage. Okay, anyway, if you go down in that article, you'll see here that he does give the overall cost of the election looks to be $282 million. So yeah, it's closer to 300 million. So, wow. I hope there's no more fires in California, but if you look at history, there are going to be more. And I really hope this comes back to haunt Gavin Newsom. Okay. Now on to the Nancy Pelosi segment where she said she invented Drain the Swamp, which was pretty great. And we did talk about how that saying was like over 100 years old. And I think Reagan started using it more in the quasi-modern era, but it actually goes back to 1903 or something like that. So I had this comment from Bob's Your Uncle 429. That's a fun username. So Drain the Swamp has been around for 100 years. Then Nancy actually may have said it. She was there. Okay, then this is from Martin March 5373. Pelosi said we have to get protesters to trespass the Capitol on video proof. Please play it. And this is something I had seen before, but I just wondered how many of you have actually seen this clip of what she actually said. So we're going to look at this clip where, this video was taken on the day of the Capitol riot. I'm trying not to say January, you know what, because I swear to you, YouTube flags that and demonetizes and hides my video. So January 5+1. That was stupid. Anyway, so it happened on that day. They were taking video, and this is what Nancy Pelosi said. And I think the crowds were starting to gather and get bigger when she said this. Okay, let's play the clip.
Secret Service said they have dissuaded him from coming to Capitol Hill. They told him they don't have the resources to protect him here. So at the moment he is not coming, but that could change.
Oh, he comes, I'm going to punch him out. This is my
wow,
moment.
I would pay to see
I've
that.
been waiting for this, for trespassing on the Capitol grounds. I'm going to punch him out and I'm going to go to jail and I'm going to be happy.
So the language that she had in there is very suspect. Like she said, I've been waiting for this for trespassing on the Capitol grounds. It's very sketchy. The fact that she says it like that, I've been waiting for this, for the trespassing on the Capitol grounds. If she had been waiting for it, for that to come out of her mouth during this documentary thing, she had to kind of know about it, right? So then why would she say, let's not have any troops, and she wouldn't permit the National Guard troops to be going there to the Capitol if she knew it was going to happen? Unless she kind of was wanting it to happen. I mean, it is not good. All the evidence we have is so terrible for Nancy Pelosi and Democrats with that day. And that particular, that's one of the zinger clips where she actually says that in the heat of the moment to make her look like, or at least show evidence that, yeah, she kind of knew it was going down. Thanks for watching Headlines. And thank you everyone for sharing my clips and links with your friends and family. I do appreciate it. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.